this guy right here.
Okay.
And that's
Now I push that on.
that works too. That's mute. So, however,
What is mute?
just that button right there.
Oh, that's mute.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So when that orange light's on, actually, no, never mind. So you got to just dial it all the way to 0 to get no audio. You'll see it right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're just potting up or down. Okay.
Yeah. For some reason, it wasn't translating from this to here. Somewhere in between here, it was losing the audio. So
Yeah.
at least this one, I was like, I know it from home and I trust it. So as long as the setup's okay, I couldn't remember
Just introducing Noah Wilson now as the VIU Mariners opening up here. Opening night, Logan Lake Miners in town. Dylan Franklin being called out to the ice here. And Sebastian Archambault, rock steady D-man with loads of experience at this level. Brock Palmer, who's been growing the hair back nicely ever since he had it shaved at the beginning of last season for a good cause. And he's such a great player on the ice. Led all rookies in his rookie campaign, and then also rocketed to the top of the scoring charts in the BCIHL last season. How do you pronounce that? Faux? And Derek Kroll heading out on the ice, but without the gear on. And of course, Max Struss. There's Ethan Jones, and what a great offensive dynamic he brings to the game, being the named one of the team's assistant captains along with Max Struss. And Gavin Rouser takes on the C for the Mariners here this evening and for the rest of the season. And a hearty cheer from the fans as they welcome their captain and their assistant captains to the ice. That's a great lineup there for the VIU Mariners now as they introduce some of the Logan Lake Miners here. And the lights are back on. And we're about ready to drop the puck on this one. There's Wilson and Struss. Jordan Picard out there and Sebastian Archambault, who received quite a hearty welcome out to the ice as well. And for the Logan Lake Miners, got a number of notable players out on the ice right now. Tanvir Bansi, the rookie. He'll be back on D along with number 7, Adrian Schaefer. And up front there, Jordan Lario, who comes into the contest with a number of assists in the preseason, so he's going to be looked upon to continue being a setup man. And Gavin Matty, who's got a goal scorer's touch, and he wins the opening face-off, and we've cracked the season now. And we're officially underway. Jordan Picard has the puck in his skates, and he finally finds it while it's on edge, and he chops it in deep. Mariners try to the pass, and they got to be careful here with Lario reaching out. He tries to speed away. Puck is kept in onside, though. And Matty swings out of the corner, and you can hear the crowd ooh as there's a quick chance on goal, and it's the first one. Wyatt Fournier in goal for the home white and blue VIU Mariners shot on goal, and they were looking for a tip as Lotard fired one from the point. And that'll bring about a partial change. Out comes Ethan Jones, newly named assistant captain for the VIU Mariners. Brady Kelly in goal for the Miners. He holds his trapper up, letting his defense know that there's some footsteps behind. And that was Max Hinkson who had to look over his shoulder. Puck is over in the corner. Logan Fontaine reached out for it, couldn't get control as the Mariners have it bounce out towards center ice, and they'll regroup. Jones quick on the counterattack, looking for the high drop. He finds it. Here comes the shot, shoots, and a blocker save. Rebound, lots of time to load up a shot, but they couldn't handle that bouncing puck. And the Mariners backing up in their own zone. Cole McGuire with some good play there from the point. He took his time and went in and loaded that one up. But a good strong test that was equaled by Brady Kelly, the rookie netminder for the Logan Lake Miners here this evening. Chase Caron out there at the right face-off circle. And he lines up against Dylan Franklin. Shot towards the goal after that draw in the center ice area. Up high, shot on goal, and it's blocked in front, and that was a good block. Zillion Watson getting in front of that one, getting his shin pad on it. Puck near the blue line and finally swept hard, but it hits the skate of the near side linesman. Pass is just a little too far, but a good reach there by Aiden Bangs keeps that play alive for the Mariners. Now he picks it up off the half wall. Backhands it in front, and that one just sailed through the crease. Good chance early for the Mariners as Aiden Bangs found some room going towards the goal. Puck bounces off of a stick, and a little bit of confusion there by the Logan Lake Miners, but they get it up to the blue line. Chipped ahead, but not out once again. Bangs moving in, sends it over across to Brock Palmer. Palmer spins off the half wall, but he's got two men there on him, including Leitaro. But they work it out into the slot, shot on goal, and then it bounced, rebound, and it came off of the trapper of Brady Kelly, but Brady Kelly able to find it down below in a couple of skates, and he gets his trapper on it and covers up. A little under 3 minutes played here, and the shots are 5-1 in favor of the Mariners. Face off now to Brady Kelly's right. Face off won by the Mariners, Lotard. Oh, and they score off of the shot down low, right off of the face off, and I believe Carson Earhart smacks that one in. And it was a quick set play off of the draw, and the Mariners have their first official goal of the 2023-2024 season, and it belongs to Carson Earhart, much like The first goal of the exhibition season was picked up by number 6. So the Mariners strike first, almost exactly 3 minutes into this one. Logan Lake Miners having to hustle back in their own zone. Foot race for it. Carson Earhart backhands it. Now a shot across the crease, and that one was kicked out by Kelly. And now a 3-man counterattack. Oh, but the puck bounces off of the stick of Gavin Matty. Played up to the high point. Shot on goal and a kick save, and a big test there. Wyatt Fournier more than equal to the task as he kicks that one out with authority. Shot on goal, and that goes off of Kelly's shoulder and up over the net, and there wasn't a lot of room for error there, and a good save by Brady Kelly just getting into position at the last second. Good defensive play by Cole McGuire, sets it on the counterattack for the Mariners. Weaving his way to center, Austin Daniels defers. Puck sitting there right near the face-off dot, and now it's sent behind the goal, and the Miners are first on it. Darius Sam, the rookie, getting the first touch on it. Now he sends it off of the boards, comes out to the point, but it's kept in by Bang. Shot towards the goal, and it's gloved. Brady Kelly able to see above the traffic, and he reaches up and he snags that one. And he's had to make a couple of important stops here after that first goal scored by the Mariners. One off of his right shoulder, and then now this one off of his trapper. Face off over to his right once again. Issue forced forward by Jordan Foe, and that one was a one-time crack from the slot and a good feed up on the point there. Sebastian Archambault patrolling on the left side as it's picked up behind the goal and carried in behind by Jordan Foe. Foe to the high slot. They try to kick it to the crease. Puck's down and loose, and it's battled away by Kelly. Kelly looking over his left shoulder into the slot. Big save as he comes out to meet the puck shooter. And Will Norman now cruising in front of the goal. He'll try and play it to the point. Muscles it back there. Shot on goal. Took a tip and just wide of the net. Tip just wide. And a good job on the backhand by Max Struss keeps the play alive for a moment. And now the Mariners turn it over. Has a man going to the goal. Saucer pass, and that's a good block by the defense. Shot on goal, and that one whistles off of the post in behind the net and wide. On the point, Sebastian Archambault plays it down, and it's a hand pass as he pinches in from the point. So this one will probably come outside the Miner blue line here, and surely that's where they set it up now. Mariners with a face-off win. Lotard backs up for his partner there as they stick handle it in and through. As Logan Kirky had it for a moment. Back pass maybe a little too soft, and the Mariners have to regroup outside the blue line. Over to Lotard. He gets to the red line and dumps it in. The Miners are first there, and they sweep it behind the goal. That's Max Hinkson. To the point, Lotard didn't get his ace shot off, but it's enough to send the forecheck in. Gavin Rouser sends it back to Lotard. Faked across and then sped along the half boards. Tries to jump up, and he gets a piece of that one. But a good battle by Lotard to get back in time. Nice stick handling there by Kirky in on goal. Tries to drag move. And he scores as he tucks it to the far side of the net. And Ethan Jones with some incredible stick handling on display. Ethan Jones with a great patient attitude there as he just held on, and then at the very last second sent it almost right across the goal line. Just tucked in on the far side, and there was a lot of room there with his teammate headed there as well. Shot towards the goal after a quick face-off win. And it's 2-0 here for the Miners. Puck at the side of the goal. Kelly has his paddle down. Tried to get it away from the oncoming Aiden Bangs, but Bangs takes it along the half boards and now heads back towards the net looking for the pass, and that one's intercepted Three-man breakout for the Miners, sending it down the far side. In on goal, shoots! Oh, and he goes crashing into the boards right after. Good job by the defense to even try to stop that attack, to stem that speed, as just flying into the boards was Jordan Lario. Gavin Matty gets chased out of the face-off circle, so Lario, after a couple of seconds to catch his breath, a high-speed crash into the end boards as he tried to get the shot off on Wyatt Fournier. Play inside the Mariners zone. Pufal sending it up ahead. Mariners hit along the half boards, but they get the puck loose. Two in behind the goal, but another hit breaks that one up partially. The Miners have to be careful here as they're trying to activate Marian Pazitka. Now they might get a chance as he's got a stick on the ice, has to stop and turn and face the puck, but he drops it for, oh, and there's a heavy hit up high, and that's going to cost the Mariners a couple of minutes in the penalty box here. And that'll be Dylan Franklin, I believe. Actually, pardon me, Sebastian Archambault. And there's actually a couple of Mariners headed over to the box. I don't know what the call is, but I do know that they're taking the trainer out to go attend to the player down on the ice. As Lario went in a heap. That's the second time, his second trip over near those boards, but this time round he just basically slid a good portion of the way there from about the face-off circle. And getting back up to his feet. Jordan Lario seems okay. It's a good thing he's a lot of these players using the full face shield, but he certainly did crash down to the ice fairly heavily after that hit, so that's probably the reason why there's a couple of Mariners in the box. There might be an added penalty here. So there's 4 minutes up on the board. Sebastian Archambault. And I believe it's probably a high sticking, but we'll have to, oh wow, yeah, so it is a double for, we'll have to wait for the official word, but there is 6 minutes total up on the board. So I do have to apologize. From what I'm seeing on the scoreboard, I believe that the puck that was put in by Earhart might not have counted, as it was hard to read the official's call on the ice, but they may have insinuated that that puck was kicked in. So right now, as it stands, it's a 1-0 lead for the Mariners, and they've got a lot of penalty to kill here with, so it is a 4-minute high sticking, just as I figured. And there was also a minor for hooking. In on goal, shot, and that's blocked. Puck drifted over the goal, and it looked dangerous for a moment. Looked like it might fall down in the crease area. To the point now as the Miners work the puck across. Loading, shoots, oh, and that one didn't miss by much. Marian Pazitka just had lots of time to walk off of the half boards and set up the perfect shot, and he let it rip. Wyatt Fournier doing a good job to cover the angle as well as he did, but it was a rifle shot and it didn't miss his shoulder by much. And the Miners unable to keep that puck in, and that'll kill some more seconds as there's now 1:10 gone in the first two penalties here. this 5-on-3 situation, the Mariners with a 1-0 lead here on season opening night. To the point, look, big shot on goal, and that one was blocked. And I believe it was by one of the Miners, who have to be careful now. All they can do is backhand it off of the boards. Max Hinkson sends it in. Mariners there on the backhand, and they'll send it down deep. And unceremoniously to collect his glove, there was Chase Caron, and he'll just wait down ice now as he joins the rush. Carried in over the line, shot on goal, blockered away by Fournier. Ethan Jones there tidily to pick it up, calling for the breakaway feed. Oh, and it was sent high, but Max Struss had to take it off of his foot. Maybe a bit of a chance there for the Mariners. Oh, and a good job by Ethan Jones to just knock that one down. Good back check there. Palmer in on goal, scores! He pops the bottle, Brock Palmer, as he helps turn that puck over at the line, and he whistles in and he sends it over the trapper of Brady Kelly. It's 2-0 now. Beautiful goal by Brock Palmer. What a way to open the season here in front of the home crowd. As the the left-handed shot snaps it up over the left trapper area and popping the water bottle in behind Brady Kelly. And that's a 2-0 stamp for the Mariners. And that one's a short-handed goal for Brock Palmer, and you can see why he's so dangerous in those situations. Cale Mistel sends it across. Lario seems okay now, puts on the brakes, defers to himself, getting some help in the corner from Darius Sam. Over to Matty. Matty to the half boards in front, looking for the tip, and that one went sailing over the stick of Darius Sam. And now the counterattack. It's a 2-on-2 for the Mariners. Now looking into a 2-on-1, in on goal, shoots. Big glove save by Kelly. And Brady Kelly answering right back after giving up the 2-0 goal, making a big stop with that same trapper. Drop pass from Lario, cutting to the middle. Marian Pazika, oh, and he wanted to send it across, and it was a good block by the Mariners. And now here's a foot race, but the Miners looking pretty quick on this hustle. That was Cale Mistel. But the Mariners turn it over. Goaltender fights it off. Kelly, and they try and send it up to the top of the wheelhouse there, but no one was there to answer for the Mariners. Flipped, not far enough, and Mistel knocks it down. Tries to open up and give his teammate something to pass to. Watches it go by his stick now as that bounce pass doesn't work, but they send it ahead on the near side. Franklin shoots, oh, and a good save off of the blocker by Kelly. Caleb Franklin had all sorts of real estate. That shot is blocked, and a great block by the Miners. Some good counterattacks here by the Mariners. They're really showing their speed here on opening night. Puck is deflected back outside the zone. Caleb Franklin on a spinorama deals it inside the zone for Will Norman to head after. Norman finishes his check. Foe sets up in front of the goal. Big save by Brady Kelly. And he has to get back down as that puck is off of a skate and into the middle ice area. Here come the Miners. Puck moved ahead for Foe. Picard joins him there. Will Norman throws the body. Big forecheck here by this speedy line of the Mariners as they continue to hem these Logan Lake Miners in. Puck is chipped off of the far side boards, not sent out though. Mariners shoot. Puck is saved by Brady Kelly. Low rebound. Oh, look out, and that hit was coming from in front of the net to Archambault on the point, tries to snap it. And the Miners chop it out over the blue line, and just enough to kill this current momentum. But now back in, Max Struss on his backhand, sends it to the point. Archambault has to hurry, and it's a good pinch by Archambault. And Struss covers his position. He'll try and one-arm it towards the middle. Archambault holds up, put it towards the point. But the Miners got wise on that one, and they stayed along the half wall, cutting off the pass. Foe just knifes that one in and allowing for the line change. Out comes Gavin Rouser. Austin Daniels out there as well, and a good chance in behind the goal with the goaltender down for a moment. Kelly gets to his feet. Good play over near the Miners' bench as Bangs tried to chip that one forward, and a good defensive play by the Miners, who were looking a little tired there. Quite ready for a line change. Looks like we're going to get a little timeout here. Just going to pot down for a moment and get a quick sip here before we launch back into the second half of this opening period. It's 2-0 here for the Mariners, if you just joined us. And a beautiful goal, most recently by Brock Palmer, has them up by a couple. And just a heads up that the head referee for tonight, Jake Podan, and Brad Ford, along with linesmen Joel Tudor and Jack McNabb on the lines, keeping things in check here for us tonight. Thank you, Don Miller, for getting us set up with the game roster sheets and the official time keep sheets. Gavin Rouser looking for a pass in the middle, and he just couldn't break free from his check-in time as the puck is sent down ice. Is it far enough? And they wave it off, so the Mariners will have to break out properly here as soon as they can get disentangled from the referee. Mariners will try to reverse it. Long pass up of the far boards, but it was kicked over. Now a drive towards the goal by Lario, and he's dispossessed there. Gavin Rouser on the near side. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Man going to the goal. Rouser has to leave it behind, but he picks it up in behind the goal, sends it up top, and Lotard had to vacate and turn around. If he was a right-handed shot, that would have been perfect. Tyson Lotard. A lot of minutes here early, and he's going to be a workhorse. It looks like there's a saucer pass looking for Caleb Franklin, and Franklin was doing his best to get open, and they send it in behind the goal as he'll go and set up shop in front of the net. Max Struss off the bench, fresh wheels. Fights off a check in the corner. Picks up the puck off of the half boards. Out to the top, hard cross-ice pass. And he was looking for Archambault, who'd snuck in from the point. Archambault gets it now to Caleb Franklin. Franklin, nice spinorama, sends it up top, loading. And that was a pass shot, picked up on the near side. Archambault, wrist shot, that one's deflected to the corner. Noah Wilson took a bump, sends it around to the far side. Max Struss takes a bump. Zyle and Watson gave him a good bump there as the puck sent all the way down on goaltender Wyatt Fournier. And with just 3:40 remaining in this opening period, it'll be a face-off here to Fournier's right. Logan Lake Miners with a rare offensive zone face-off here in this opening frame. But they win the puck back to the point. Shot on goal, takes a deflection, and that one went way up. About 15 feet in front of the goal. Good stick handling over the line, looking for the trailer on the late backdoor play. Good stick handling there by Brock Palmer, sends it across. Cole McGuire puts on the brakes, sends it over to Palmer. Palmer heading to the front of the net. McGuire sends it to the half wall in front. Brock Palmer reloads, and that one's deflected off of the padding, I believe. Brady Kelly, good stop there. Mariners flip it ahead, and Brock Palmer just offside there as the Miners getting in a quick change on the go. Same with what was started by the Mariners. They're going to finish now. Brock Palmer, so dangerous, and what a beautiful goal he scores to make this one a 2-0 game. Mariners with the hard face-off win. Lario sends it in deep. In forechecking is Marian Pazika. Pazika, the one-touch pass towards the goal, and Wyatt Fournier had to put his paddle down just in case it got to him, but the Miners doing a good job searching for these loose pucks right now. They're all over it. And a good hustle by Gavin Matty to force the issue in behind the goal. Ooh, and the Mariners were looking for that stretch pass, but they're going to have a chance here towards the net. And there's a penalty coming up. Might have been a little bit light, but they're still going to call that, as the speed of Will Norman really cracking things open there. Same with newcomer Jordan Foe. And so now headed off to the penalty box. That'll be Ian Saramento. And Saramento, I think he pretty much had to do something there that was going to help cut the angle down for his goaltender. But a good face-off win will help kill some early seconds here on this power play. As back to collect it is Cole McGuire. So 2 minutes for tripping. Mariners with that one-touch return pass from Noah Wilson. Wilson heads towards the goal. Now he'll drop down deep. Mariners trying to set up from the point. Danforth playing pass as the puck came across. Receives it at the point and he just dumps it in. Good play by Danforth to keep the play alive. Caleb Franklin now holds it along the boards. Protects it with his body. Getting some help, cross-ice pass, and a big stop by Brady Kelly, who timed that perfectly as he came across, doing an excellent job of timing the speed of that pass coming out of the corner. And that's a big save on this power play for the Mariners. Another surge towards the goal. They'll take it in behind the net with last minute to play in the first period. Comes to the point. Tyson Lotard. Hold, shoot, scores! I don't know if it was tipped in front, but I believe Tyson Lotard's going to get credit. Although it may have been tipped on the doorstep by the captain, Gavin Rouser, and I believe it was. He got just enough of it. Look, it was very close, right on the doorstep, and Gavin Rouser makes it a 3-0 game for the VIU Mariners. Great play by Tyson Lotard on the point. It didn't have to be the hardest shot in the world, but it had to be accurate, and it had to be about 1.5 feet off the ice, and that's exactly where he put it. Gavin Rouser getting probably one of the nicer tip opportunities that he's going to get. And it looks like we got a call coming up now against the Mariners. And it looks like Brock Palmer headed over to the sin bin for what he hopes is the remainder of this period. And about $1.25 into the second period of play. They get late addition out there, Monty Goodfriedson. Gottfriedson sends Gavin Matty into the faceoff circle. Matty pulls it back. Good job on the point, keeping it alive. And That was a great play by Tanvir Bansi, the rookie. Nice stick handling there by the Miners towards the goal, and it was just a little too soft. And now here's a foot race. Will Norman quickly on his horse down the far side, in on goal, shoots, and an arm save as that one sails up into the netting off of a good stop from Brady Kelly, who gets his arm on that one, and the speedster Will Norman was speeding pretty good down that right wing. Norman in to take the face off, plays it ahead to himself, tries to put it to the middle, and he did have someone waiting there. That was Jordan Picard. Now Norman falls in the corner, but good job killing off the final few seconds, and a big hit right near the Mariners bench, and then right back at him comes Monty Gottfriedson, and Gottfriedson getting talked to here. And you had to know that was going to start something. That big hit right in front of the Mariners bench as time was expiring. There was about 4 seconds on the clock as that hit was being executed. And Gottfriedson got up immediately and went right back at him for what he thought was a little heavy-handed hit. And Lario there talking to the linesman about that most recent play, but not sure exactly what's going to come of it, but I can tell you something's going to go up on the board. But we'll have to sort that out once we have the official names of the players up on the board. But I can almost assure you that Brock Palmer will not be sitting over in the penalty box area by himself to start the second period. He'll have some company from whether it's Logan Lake or VIU. I would imagine one of each, but we'll wait and see. But shots after one period of play, 19 for the Mariners, 10 for the Logan Lake Miners. And the captain, Gavin Rouser, with a beautiful tip in from newcomer Tyson Lotard, who sent it beautifully from the point. Gavin Rouser tipping that one in. And also a beautiful goal by number 38. And we talked about him at the opening of the broadcast. Brock Palmer sniping one over the shoulder of goaltender Brady Kelly. And that's where we sit now after 20 minutes of play. Mariners 3, Logan Lake Miners 0. We'll be back in a few moments. here. That's yeah, that's for your zoom. So if you want to back off, you can just, oh, sorry, actually, yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, there, yeah, that's the quick one. Yeah. So we've got our very first period of this 2023-2024 season for the VIU Mariners in the books, and 3-0 is how that shaped up. Gavin Rouser and Brock Palmer, Carson Earhart all getting in on the score sheet. Logan Lake Miners talking things over right now. On your screen there, you can see number 12, Ian Saramento. Line mates Gavin Matty. And on the foreground there, Cale Mistel. Mistel, a very speedy forward. You should see him when he gets into full stride. I'm sure he'll even, there he goes, taking off after that puck. And as I mentioned, he keeps even the fleetest of foot on their toes. We've already seen good speed from Tyson Lotard, but as I mentioned, Cale Mistel, a great set of speed. Ian Saramento off of the far side boards is going to have to back it up into his own zone, and they'll restart here. 55 left on this power play. And a good forecheck by Will Norman separates man from puck. Norman chewing up some seconds, looks across ice, tries to send it over, and just kept on the line. Good play. Cole McGuire keeping that one in on the closest of calls. Norman attacks the far side, so they wrap it around to Gavin Matty. Matty jumps up the wall there, knocks the puck down, then he gets knocked down himself by Will Norman. Vacating his spot and heading over, Cale Mistel. Soft touch pass to the half circle. Once again, off of the half boards. Shot towards the goal, and that one stopped into the butterfly position, but taking it up off of the shoulder, Wyatt Fournier with 9 seconds remaining, and the Mariners will get a full change in here. Far face-off circle. Puck is backhanded off of the draw win by Rouser. Nice feed up ahead. Having a little bit of trouble there with the puck as it got in front of him. Caleb Franklin had a roll off of the stick, now over to the far point. Daniels sends it in behind the goal. Brock Palmer tried to do a quick little between the skates pass. Now he's getting some help in the corner from Dylan Franklin. Into the slot, shot on goal, and that one tips off of the defender's stick and wide of the net. Carrying it out from the corner, tried to backhand shovel it in front, and that one poked out to the blue line by the Miners, who are just struggling to keep position here. Good turn off of the boards. Shot, and that one's blockered away. Once again, rebound picked up. Carried out of the corner by Brock Palmer. Shot, and that one tips wide of the goal. Finds Bangs in behind the net. Brock Palmer, wrap around, and a good save by Kelly as he got from his right to his left in quick order, shoving that skate blade up against the post, and keeps that puck out with 2:19 gone here so far in the second period. Once again, thank you for joining us here this evening. I'm Lorenzo Jensen, and being helped out by Blake Power. And of course, Simon Creighton helping keep things rolling here on game day, along with Don Miller. We had a good chat in the intermission with former president Miles Parsons. Puck chipped off of the boards. Good body work there as the Mariners come out. Backhand pass, shot, scores! And that's an easy goal for Ethan Jones off of that beautiful pass from Caleb Franklin. And you can bet Ethan Jones this one's going to count. And Jones just so sneaky at the side of the goal, the way that he hangs out there and looks all inconspicuous, but then as soon as that puck comes near, boom, he just sends it in quickly, sniping it across the crease, and that opens up a 4-0 lead for the Mariners here on home ice. On home opener, Max Struss back to collect the puck. Backhand intercepted him behind the goal, but the Miners shot on goal, and that was deflected. Another shot up high. Takes a bounce off of the back of the netting. Mariners, close call as they try and send it down ice. Gavin Rouser racing to get ahead of Kelly. Kelly slams it up along the boards. Good long lead pass. He finds Lario. Lario dishes it over. Picked up on the near side boards. In behind the net. Nice backhand saucer. Puck shot towards the half boards. Can the Miners get one last pinch in? 2-on-2 the other way. Ethan Jones, he just got a goal and he's looking for more. Defers for Gavin Rouser in the corner. Rouser fights off one check. And the puck is sent out to center, and the Noah Danforth there, picking it up in behind his goal, puts on the brakes, assesses the situation down ice. He found Kirky. Kirky cross ice pass, scores! And that one snapped. And I believe that was Tyson Lotard screaming down the wing, following up that play. And it was a great seeing eye shot that beats Brady Kelly. And Tyson Lotard snapping that one quickly for a moment. It looked like he was the winger, but he was just joining the rush so quickly. And that goal by Tyson Lotard making it 5-0 here. Not quite 4 minutes into the second. Face-off win again for the Mariners. Across crease and they score. They put it in. And a back-to-back goal so quickly right back the other way is Carson Earhart. He can't believe that quick release from Kirky on the near side. It caught everyone. And the Mariners really doing a good job passing that puck. So Carson Earhart with his second. Gets it ahead to Kirky. Kirky 1-on-2. Tries to drive the goal, and he winds up hitting the goal as he's wiped out. But it looks like we have a call probably going against Logan Lake here. And if it might be Max Hinkson that's headed to the box on that hold. And that sent Kirky flying into the boards there. Logan Kirky fitting in very well on this line, and you can see his passing from the near side very strong, and he's dished a couple of saucer passes too that have just looked like he's been playing here for a couple of years already. Power play for the Mariners, but they're going to have to get back inside their own zone here. Max Struss helping out Tyson Lotard. So Logan Kirky in on that assist there on that last goal from puck off the near side boards. Struss has his stick lifted up there, but he's able to get it back from Jordan Lario into the slot. Caleb Franklin had that one bounce off his stick, and it comes out to one of our goal scorers this period. Tyson Lotard feeds the left side. 3-on-3 going in towards the goal. They'll drop down behind the goal line on the near side. Max Struss sends it back over to Jones. Cross ice hard for Lotard. Shot on goal, and that one was tipped in front of the net, and I think that was a defender's stick that knocked it down. Jones out of the corner, backhand dish to the corner, and that was so close for the tip. Max Struss spins off of a check from Lario, puts it down below the goal line. Puck is tipped outside of the zone, and with 42 seconds remaining in the power play, Tyson Lotard will head back into his side of the rink to collect this puck. Sends it near side. Logan Kirky over the line. Has some help in Caleb Franklin. Head towards the goal. Kirky goes for a skate. One-hands it. Off the face-off circle, and a big glove save by Brady Kelly, who watched him closely the whole way, and he snags that one with 19 seconds remaining in this power play for the Mariners. 6-0's your score. It was 3-0 coming into this period. And the Mariners exploding for 2 back-to-back goals within seconds. Carson Earhart getting one of the easiest tap-ins he might ever have as a Mariner, just in a beautiful position, and the fact that they found him speaks volumes on the scoreboard right now. Cole McGuire back to pick the puck up. Long cross-ice pass, has Earhart going to the goal again. In on net. Oh, and he tried to send it across to Franklin, and Franklin couldn't reach it. It was between his legs. And the Miners do manage to receive a call here. Noah Wilson headed over to the penalty box. And this will give the Logan Lake Miners an opportunity here on the power play to cut this lead. Shots are 27-11 in favor of the VIU Mariners, who have played very well here so far tonight. Not tons of work for Wyatt Fournier, but when he's been called upon, he's been really big. And it makes me think of just a few minutes into the first period, that stop one-on-one with Jordan Lario. Puck is sent down into Mariners territory, and that one will reach the end boards. So a icing call here on this power play will bring things back. Face off over to the left of Brady Kelly. The Miners goaltender watches Will Norman try and feed himself right off of the face-off circle, pressing forward. Miners get control. Cross ice for Lario. Has a man going to the middle, puts on the brakes. Thought about feeding the point, but he sends it into the corner. Now they'll move it up to the top. Zylan Watson holds. Thought about shooting. Defers down to the half boards. Sneaks over to the middle of the ice. Holds. Oh, and that slap shot. He was probably trying to figure out where to put it. Now a 2-on-1 the other way with Jordan Picard going to the goal. Tried for the saucer pass, and it just went near. Oh, and a sharp angle shot. And the Mariners nearly pulling off another shorthanded goal. Miners over the blue line into the face-off dot, and a shot. That one just barely staying in the rink as it hit the top of the plexiglass partition. This play's still alive, though. Mistel left the corner and headed to the net. That's where he sets up shop now. He'll chase Tyson Lotard in behind the goal. They keep it alive at the half boards, supporting each other now on the half wall. Sent to the point. Tries to sneak past the defender, in on goal, looking for the cross ice now on the backhand, and that one's way up into the rafters and finally comes down with 8 seconds to go. Pardon me, 7 seconds now in the VIU Mariners penalty. And there's a good look at goaltender Wyatt Fournier, and looks like he's getting all ready for Movember. A little bit of direction there from Brad Ford to the Mariners bench. Hard snap from behind the goal makes it all the way down the ice. And just in time for this power play to come to an end. for the Logan Lake Miners. Look out as there's a collision. Earhart got tangled up with Wilson and tried to throw a late hit. Now in back the other way, Kirky made a nice move. He just sends it over to the wall. Dished along the line. Daniels sends it in behind the net. Mariners, 2 there, 1 speeds by. Tried to jam it in from the short side, and a good save by Brady Kelly. Noah Wilson out of the front, tried to backhand it in, and good defense by the Miners, getting their sticks down in front. And some team defense there keeps the puck out of the goal. And for the moment remains 6-0 for the Mariners, but they were sure sniffing around Brady Kelly, who he was down for a moment. He had made a save moving from his left to his right. And it was after that motion, that lateral motion across the net, that he left something open on the near side, and they couldn't dish it. Struss shoots, and that one bounces off the paddle way up into the air, collected by the defense. Good job by Darius Sam to send it ahead. Tries to find the streaking Logan Fontaine, but Fontaine gets tied up, and the Mariners look to begin the counterattack here. Into the middle. He had the puck lifted up. Tried to sharp angled backhand, and that one just went through the crease and out. Puck chopped backwards. Now looking over his shoulder, Wyatt Fournier, as he's getting some defensive help, and the Mariners a couple of good quick passes. And now Franklin joining the rush. Same with Jones on the far side. Pass into the middle, and he had his stick lifted. Mistel tried to play that puck, but he whiffed on the shot. Now he's going to get a second chance as the puck went through his skates at the near side of the goal. Backhand dish, and another stop by Brady Kelly, and he'll cover that one up. Brady Kelly, he was actually pretty fortunate to be sliding across when he did. It was almost an off-time backhand dish. And those are so hard for a goaltender to track and to figure out where the puck is potentially headed. And as we hit the media timeout portion here, we'll give that same said Brady Kelly a chance to grab a bottle and kind of dial it back here for a moment, as the Mariners are full value here. 2 by Carson Earhart. Some great looks and dishes from Logan Kirky, and Ethan Jones now sporting that A on his jersey as an assistant captain, along with Max Struss. And that's a great bit of leadership brought in, and they're going to help carry this season just fine for the Mariners as they try to do what they did last year, and they just like to get to the playoffs and try and make it out of that first round and see what happens. Last season able to do so against the Victoria Vikes in a classic BCIHL best-of-3 playoff series. Here's a steal by the Miners. Lario down the far side, shoots, and that one just missed by inches on the far side. Down the wing, trying to poke it into the middle. Now Will Norman tried to send it across, could only get one hand on his stick, so Danforth has it back in his own zone. Knifing it in. Will Norman once again quickly in on the forecheck. And he's met there by Jordan Foe. Picked up out of the corner, back over to Foe, fights his way, shoots, and that was snagged and squeezed by Brady Kelly. I think that was under his left arm, and he was squeezing that elbow up against his body tight as that hard shot from Foe was trying to find an opening. But the young goaltender held that one tightly and makes his 25th stop of the night so far. He's had 31 directed his way. Mariners off the face-off win to Daniels. Load, shoots, rebounded. It's a good save by Brady Kelly. He didn't see it, but he felt it. And then he was able to track it in from behind the goal. Sharp angle shot, took a funny bounce off of the pipe. And good job by Kelly. They're really testing him from every angle here. Solid hit from the boards. Opens it up for Daniels, in on goal, shoots, and a big blocker save. Brady Kelly really holding the fort here for the Miners. Jordan Foe getting in on the forecheck. Sharp angle shot, scores the one time! And a beautiful goal by Dylan Franklin as he loads it up in the slot. Great work on that shift by Jordan Foe. And the recipient snaps it home from the slot. And it's, pardon me, that was Brock Palmer. And that's going to be the end of one goaltender for this evening, or at least a quick change anyways, as Brady Kelly makes way for Mike Love. Mike Love now in between the pipes for the Logan Lake Miners. Brock Palmer, just a gorgeous release. Jordan Foe setting that one up with a nice pass. And that really cemented things on Brock Palmer's second goal of the night. And he's looking top drawer already at the earliest notion here at this non-exhibition first full season game. This season, more than any other than I can recall in BCIHL history, there was a lot of exhibition games played, not just on home soil, but got to see parts of the Mariners in Anchorage, Alaska, and some of the different collegiate teams that they took on. One of them from the Frozen Four fame, as the puck is chipped out high for the Miners. Hooked towards the middle. Chasing after it is Gavin Matty. Matty bodied in the corner. They try and free it to Logan Kirky. He'll get another shot here, but he had to use the boards to steady himself. Turnaround shot, and that one missing Wyatt Fournier and going wide of the goal. Here's another foot race for the puck. Lario sends it ahead. Onto the stick of Marian Pazitka. Lotard backing up in behind goaltender Wyatt Fournier, and he makes a slick move to spin and send it counterclockwise. Puck is shot down ice. Mike Love thought about playing it, and he'll leave it for his defense wisely as two skaters go barreling by him. Stick handling in front, and they score. Walking right out of the corner, Carson Earhart. Well, he was the one that had the notion to just go get that puck, pick it up, and drive it towards the front of the net. And when you do that, good things happen. And Mike Love, that's a tough test for his first official shot on goal, as he tried to stay with Carson Earhart coming out of the corner, and Earhart just pulled it around on his forehand and deposits that one for the 8-0 scoreline here. So Carson Earhart with a couple, Brock Palmer with 2. Lotard with a single. There's a shot snapped towards the goal. Ethan Jones with one himself. Beautiful goal. Puck is sent into the corner. Franklin tries to go after it. Comes out to Lotard at center ice, and he backs up with Noah Danforth. Now the puck is chipped in deep and wide of the net. Slapped off the boards and right back towards the Mariners' end of the ice. Lotard once again, he'll spin and dish it down ice. Franklin towards the middle, shoots. Where is it? Love reaches behind him, and it's not in. Big save by Mike Love as he realized at the last second it got in behind him. Good presence of mind by Mike Love to just sense that that puck was somewhere dangerous. Behind a big stop by Fournier, and there's a penalty coming up. I think it's going against the Miners, or pardon me, against the Mariners. Marian Pazitka got dumped in front of the goal on that chance. So it looks like Austin Daniels will be getting the call here. 2 minutes for interference. Lario into the face-off circle, and he wins the draw. The Miners setting it up along the point. Thought maybe there was a window for a shot there. Cross-ice pass, shot! Oh, it bounced off the outside of the post. Reaching behind him, Wyatt Fournier, and I thought maybe it got in behind him, but he managed to keep it out. Almost sounded like a double ricochet there. Mistel in behind the goal on the forehand. Then he backs it off. Trying to free up some room. Working off of the face-off circle. Matty up top. Defense play pass. Another cross-ice pass, and it's intercepted by the Mariners. Calling for it. Oh, and a heavy hit. Challenging for the puck. Oh, and a big hit up against the boards. And things are getting wild now. Oh, my goodness. And Picard not happy with that one hit that was received there, and we've got a couple of players. Archambault was tied up with someone along the boards, and Max Struss not very happy with what happened there. So as they're sorting it out, Gavin Matty was the one headed over to the penalty box first for the Miners. But it'll be interesting to see how they assess these calls here. Wyatt Fournier just trying to keep busy himself, playing his angles, warming up in the net. Ready for anything, that boy is, and he's really going to be counted on for a huge bulk of starts this season. I know he's got Jeremy Robar in behind him, and Robar will play some contests, but I'm sure Wyatt Fournier will get the lion's share of the starts. So now there's a couple of Mariners that have joined over in the penalty box. Look like Sebastian Archambault is one of them. But they're going to have to wait and see how this plays out. I can see some minutes up on the board now for Max Struss, I believe. And I did see Struss heading over, so. And I believe it'll be Tanvir Bansi getting a couple of minutes for the Logan Lake Miners, or I'm not sure if he's just getting ready, if one of them, if their night is done, or if they've been given a game misconduct, but looked like they were both vacating the penalty box, and I don't know if that's just because they're being sent to the showers early, or what will happen here. Cale Mistel heading out to find out for Logan Lake what exactly his squad needs to do. But at an 8-0 scoreline, sometimes it's bound to happen where sometimes tempers flare. And there was a pretty solid hit on one of the Mariners that was trying to chase after that puck as the puck was vacating the Mariners' defensive zone. And it happened on the near side of the ice there, just down to your bottom left-hand corner near that face-off dot outside the blue line. Very solid body contact, probably one of the bigger hits tonight. So that was followed up with a few hits and shots between the Mariners and the Miners. But it looks like we've got most of it sorted here. And we're back in action here at the Nanaimo Ice Center as the Mariners send it the length of the ice. So 4 minutes and a game misconduct. Miners on the power play, sending it across. Thought about loading and shooting. That was number 12, Marian Pazitka. Off of the top of the face-off circle. Sent it down below the goal line. Mariners slowly and cautiously from out behind the net. Shot towards a goal, looking for the tip, and that'll find Pazitka on the near side. Thought about the one-time shot in front. Oh, looking for the backdoor tip. Just a few seconds left in the penalty to Picard, and he's getting ready to step out of the box now. Long dump in with 45 seconds remaining in the penalty to Max Struss. Mariners with an 8-0 lead here. Long range pass all the way down the ice, and on goal, shoot, scores! And that's a beautiful goal for Logan Fontaine as they found him down ice, and you can actually credit Mike Love, the goaltender for the Miners, with some of that. I believe he was telling the defenseman to look deep down the ice, and they find Logan Fontaine in the clear, and he puts it up over top of the glove of Wyatt Fournier, and it's now 8-1, and that's a power play goal for the Logan Lake Miners. And that's a very well drawn up play. That's the way that you want your pucks being sent down ice, and your wingers just in a beautiful position. So a good play by the Miners, and gets them on the board here in the second period that has 2:50 remaining in it. Backhand pass to the middle. Caleb Franklin trying to reach for it in front, and that one is covered up by the goaltender Mike Love, whose first test when he came in was basically a near side breakaway by Carson Earhart right out of the corner when the puck was just left sitting there right near the goal line, about 7 or 8 feet over to the right of Mike Love, but he's settled in quite nicely here. And his team has a goal in that time, and a tip from Ethan Jones as that puck sailed through the crease area and was tipped right on Mike Love. And there's a shot of the new captain, Gavin Rouser. And he'll line up on the right wing here. 5-a-side hockey. Into the middle, put it to him in front, backhand pass, and that was right into the slot. And the first person there and able to pick it up was Monty Gottfriedson. Scores off the backhand, and the Mariners make it 9-1. And just like that, the Mariners get that goal right back in quick fashion. And Ethan Jones looks like he's the one that finished off the play. It happened so quick. And if so, he joins the 2-goal club. Pass on the left wing. Will Norman going to the middle, and they can't get there quite in time as the... Yeah, so Ethan Jones. So Gavin Rouser getting in on that one. Same with Caleb Franklin assisting on that most recent goal, and it's 9-1 now. The Mariners full value with 3 players with a couple here tonight. Shot on goal, and that one whistles just wide of Love. Hard hit in the corner as the Mariners finishing checks now too. But they have a man going to the middle, trying to tip it in front, Lario, and he had his stick lifted at the last second. Now a long lead feed. 2-on-2, drop pass from Will Norman, cross ice, and it goes off of a skate and over to the corner. Oh, the Mariners, they kept the puck in. One-time pass, and that one was just a little too hot to handle Jordan Picard had that one for a moment, tried to backhand it into the corner. Lario sends it in, and that'll get a partial change as the Miners looking like their bench just a little bit shorter tonight than the Mariners. 1 minute to go in the second period. Shot towards the goal, and that one bounced over a leg and wide of the net. Miners trying to send it off of the boards, but sent across. Shot on goal, scores the one time. And Aiden Bangs has his first regular season goal here with the VIU Mariners. And it's a nice goal. He's going to like to see that again on the replay as he just took that puck perfectly in the wheelhouse and he snapped it over the stick side. And Mike Love unable to kick that one out. And with 45 seconds to go in the period, the Mariners make it a 10-1 game. Sent off of the far side. Bangs right back out there again. Dave Johnston has his crew playing quite well here tonight. The new head coach up to the point there. Daniel shoots. Big kick out by Mike Love. And that one's off of the board, sent up ahead. Swept forward with the stick there by Chase Caron. Has it go off of his skate as the Mariners are trying to into the slot. And that time winds down with Daniels, the last one to touch the puck. And at the end of 2 periods of play, we've got 3 Mariners with 2 goals apiece. And Brock Palmer, he was the second one to do it. Carson Earhart picked up his second of the night. And most recently, Ethan Jones joins the 2-goal club with a beautiful tuck-in. And the Mariners are just playing such good hockey here this evening. And, you know, it's from last year to this year, you know, if you asked me to put a finger on exactly what the difference is between the last season and this, is there's really not much outside of it. Looks like the Mariners might be even a shade faster on their back end than they were last year, and I think some of that is owing to Tyson Lotard, who had a great second period goal, and he's looked awesome tonight on the first pairing here for the VIU Mariners. Aiden Bangs picks up a single here in this second period, and he's getting things off on the right footing here with the VIU Mariners as well, jumping on that score sheet. And as I mentioned too, Logan Kirky with a couple of beautiful setups, and he's looking to be quite a playmaker here in the early goings for the VIU Mariners. Also notable in the second period, after the 7th goal was scored, the Logan Lake Miners pulled Brady Kelly in favor of backup Mike Love. And the first thing Mike Love had to deal with was Carson Earhart walking out of the corner with the puck and tucking it around him on the stick side, making it 8-0 at that point. And as we also alluded to, not to be outdone, the Logan Lake Miners with a beautiful goal of Logan Fontaine. He was perfectly in position to receive that long stretch pass. And Austin Roberts helping set that one up for his teammate. And Tanver Bansi also playing quite well on the back end in the early going. And Cale Mistel looks like he's getting dangerous. Looks like he might get a chance or two here before this one is out. But that's where we stand after 40 minutes. The VIU Mariners in little doubt on this one, and they have a 10-1 lead going into the third period. But stick around, we've got more BCIHL hockey coming up here. I'm Lorenzo Jensen. We'll be back in a moment. Grab your snacks or your bevies. We got a big third period coming up. Miners 10-1 deficit to work from behind. It's going to be a tough slug. but they've certainly got the attention of everyone in the building with that most recent goal from Logan Fontaine.
Hi Mariner sports fans, my name is Austin Height. The VIU hockey team's home opening regular season game is tomorrow, Saturday, October 7th, 7:15 p.m. at the Nanaimo Ice Center versus Logan Lake. Now, if you're a sports fan, this is undoubtedly the place you want to be on a Saturday night. Students get a discount at the door, so make sure you bring your student IDs. There's a concession stand, drinks, an electric Nanaimo crowd, and most importantly, high-level hockey. The Mariners closed the month of September with a 4-day road trip to Alaska to play exhibition games against two NCAA Division I teams, the University of Anchorage, Alaska, and the University of Fairbanks, Alaska. The games resulted with 8-1 and 7-2 losses respectively. However, new VIU hockey GM Andrew Riddell feels that the trip was much more than about wins and losses. Riddell says that although the scoreboard tells a different story, the trip to Alaska for the hockey club was an overwhelming success. The intent of the trip was to expose our club to a higher level of hockey and ask them to compete for 120 minutes. Without question, each and every player did. Not only did our players compete at the highest level of university hockey in the world, the team building that occurred during the 4-day trip was priceless. Riddell also went on to say that it was a learning experience for the management and coaching staff as well. He says, as a hockey club, we were also fortunate to sit down with each NCAA Division I coach and learn about the ways the Mariners Hockey Club can further grow our program for the years to come. It's always really encouraging to hear a general manager have such a positive attitude about a trip and a season. It shows that the Mariners aren't satisfied with the success that they've had up until now, with reaching the BCIHL finals in the last 3 seasons. The Mariners are confident that this is the year that they finally get over the hump and capture that playoff championship they've been so hungry for. As I mentioned earlier, their quest for playoff gold starts tomorrow, 7:15 at the Nick. If you can't make it, go check out the brand new VIU hockey website at viuhockey.ca for information on tickets and the schedule. All right, folks, that's going to be it from me today. Special thanks to Simon Creighton, who's head of digital marketing for the hockey team. He provided me with information about the trip they took and the beautiful photos that you're seeing on your screen in this video. I'm Austin Height for the Nav. Thanks so much for watching.
And there's some of the Mariners just finishing up leaving their dressing room and out onto the ice for this third period here. And on behalf of Simon Creighton and myself, I just want to apologize on your reader board there. It does say 9-1, but the tally is actually 10-1 at this moment. But we are actually capped on the goal side for input, so I believe that that's the most we can show. So you'll have to just take my word for it as we press forward here in the third period, and I'm sure you'll be able to keep an eye on the actual rink scoreboard from time to time as the action's down in Wyatt Fournier's end of the rink. Mariners goaltender just in the splits warming up here on the ice as we're underway in the third period, and there's Lotard. He picked up a nice goal in the second period, sends it in deep behind the Miners net, but that one's flipped up into the netting, and that'll be a face-off deep here, probably over to the right of Mike Love, who took over in the second period. He's actually signaling to his bench that he needs a water bottle, so there's a nice assist from Brady Kelly on the bench, sends it down into his goaltender's trapper. Face-off win by the Mariners in front of the goal. Brock Palmer trying to get it on. A snapshot. Oh, and it bounced off of a defender and wide. Good defense by the Miners early here to negate being scored on here in the first 25 seconds. Palmer lifts it high into enemy territory. And he's in there first to pick up the puck, but as he tried to glove it to himself, had the puck poked away. Daniels trying to fight off Lario down the far side. He got stopped up, but he heads over into the corner. Puck comes to the point, shot towards the net, tipped in front. And that one was a good tip, but just wide of the goal. And that would have tested Wyatt Fournier for sure. Lario from the corner sends it over to teammate Pazika. He's been good for the Miners, comes to the point. Kept in by the defense, but the one-touch pass was a little too hot to handle, and a heavy hit along the boards as Palmer punishes for having to play that puck along the boards. It drifts down towards Mike Love. Oh, and he puts it in front, and it's the hat trick goal for Brock Palmer as Brock Palmer says thank you very much. And that backhand clearing attempt, it was just too juicy for Brock Palmer to give up on, and he reaches over, knocks that puck down, and it's an 11-1 score line here, and Brock Palmer grabs his third of the game. And I'm sure Mike Love would love to have that one back, but unfortunately, the backhand attempt to clear the puck was just a little too pedestrian, and Brock Palmer jumped on that. Very classy. Palmer, not a big celebration afterwards, even though for some players, picking up your third goal in a game, you certainly give you lots of reason to be excited. Turnover, and there's a shot, and that's collected at the top of the blue paint by Wyatt Fournier. And that's shot number 19 for the Logan Lake Miners. So the face-off will be over to Fournier's left. Will Norman in to take the face-off, and he's up against Cale Mistel. Wins the draw against Mistel, and they send it up off along the boards. The puck is chipped in high and deep into the Miner zone, and that one's just a little too far ahead of Foe, and he'll have to skate back into his own zone for a defensive zone face-off here with just a little over 2 minutes ticked off of this third period clock. Shots are 45 in favor of the Mariners, 19, as we mentioned, for the Miners. Face-off won by the Mariners. Carrying it down the near side is Foe. Looks on goal, shoots, and he ripped it up over the helmet. Look out, Mike Love had to duck underneath that one. That high riser aiming right up for his helmet, basically. Puck along the boards. The Miners try and kick it ahead. Looking to get some help now from Max Hinkson. Mariners carried around the half wall. Norman shot towards the goal, and he was looking for a hopeful tip there from Picard, who picks it up on the other side. Cross ice McGuire shoots, that's saved and into the breadbasket and collected and held by Mike Love, who gets some adoration from his teammates there on seeing that puck through the screen. Good turnout here tonight. Not quite as big as a few weeks ago over the big opening exhibition game. Never seen an exhibition game so packed here at the Nanaimo Ice Center, and the contest certainly did not disappoint with the Victoria Vikes bringing a very close game here to town. And just like the they had done on home ice, the Victoria Vikes, they had a 2-1 win over the Mariners in Victoria, but the Mariners coming back to win one in their own barn. Ethan Jones in the face-off circle, sends it over to his left winger. Puck goes around to the far side boards. Caleb Franklin chases it, shot towards the goal, and that one tipped off of a leg and deflected wide. Collected by Jones into the slot, and what a ripper fired up high. Gavin Rouser got all of that as he was doing his best Brett Hull impersonation from one knee, and he sent that one rocketing up over the net. Jordan Love has had a couple of close counters into the middle, and Gavin Rouser, he already had his leg lifted to snap that shot, but the puck was just on edge and he couldn't get control. At the line, Mariners soft dump into the middle, but that's deflected ahead, and now a 2-on-3 back the other way for the Miners. Lario tries to split the defense. Oh, and that one went across the crease. Tries a sharp angle slap at it. Tried to send it back towards the goal. Puck is backhanded in behind the goal by Max Hinkson, the rookie. Sent it in deep, but that's collected, sent back the other way by Daniels. He hits the line. They'll get a partial change. There goes Gavin Rouser. And out comes Dylan Franklin. Dylan Franklin holds the boards, gets it in to Miners territory, comes to the point, and Cole McGuire has to send it across. They've got to touch back up. And now Daniels not so quickly in on this one. For Dylan Franklin, sent to the point. Stick handle move here at the point. Good control, cross ice. Oh, and it was just off the outside of the post. Big play, and now another shot deflects. Puck poked past Cole McGuire, but he made a good move and got into position and stopped that one along the half boards. Has a man going to the middle, one-time shot and a big save by goaltender Mike Love, who read that perfectly. Puck is deferred, looking for some help in the middle. Now on the backhand, cross ice, and a big paddle save by Mike Love, and there's all sorts of traffic in front of him. Brock Palmer setting up shop. Has it in behind the goal. Tries to make a move off of the post, passes it to himself. Has some time, spin-a-rama into the middle. What a goal! And a beautiful pass from the corner. And that's deflected up top by Aiden Bangs, and Bangs has his second of the night. But great work by the Mariners, moving that puck around, and Brock Palmer, he's just looking so dialed in here tonight. Beautiful pass. No mistake on the back door for Aiden Bangs, who's got his second of the night. And we've got a charging call coming up here against the Mariners, and it looks like it'll be Noah Wilson headed to the box on that charging call. .39 remaining, third period. 12-1 here is the lead as Carson Earhart talks to Kirky about this upcoming face-off that he'll be participating in up against Jordan Lario. Lario wins it over to the winger. Saucer pass to the point. Backhand shovel across the way to Miriam Pazitka. Comes to the point, spinorama pass, back to Pazitka, shoots, rebound in front, and a good stop by Wyatt Fournier. And then a good job by the defense by collectively pushing that one outside of the zone here on this power play for the Miners. Pass on the near side, that one took a deflection off of a Miners stick. Unable to handle that was Logan Fontaine. He's got the lone marker here for the Miners. He picked that one up on a beautiful breakaway goal in the second stanza. And they skated away to center ice as he defers now to Mistel into the middle. Lario tried to put it towards the goal, and once again, Mariners on a quick counterattack. Gavin Rouser heading towards the middle of the ice. Hard shot rips up over the net and bounces up into the netting as the Mariners are putting their hard shooting skills on display tonight. A couple of rockets headed Mike Love's way, and he's had to duck and cover on a couple of them as he talks things over with one of the head referees there. So face-off now over to the left of Love. He's set, looking as the puck sent towards the middle of the ice. Battle for it in behind him. Good job by Caleb Franklin keeping the play alive for the Mariners. He's been hustling out there on this forecheck. And puck comes fortuitously to Gavin Rouser. He has Franklin going to the middle, puts it in front for him, and a big save by Love. Boy, Love timed that perfectly. And he's going to have another chance to stop the puck here as the Mariners trying to send it across the ice in a good defensive play. That was Max Hinkson with another veteran defensive play. Carried up into the offensive zone, and a shot snapped wide of the goal, and Love barely had time to get set for that. It was such a dangerous release by Caleb Franklin. Rouser stops it at the blue line. 2-on-5, but they're really pressing the issue here as the Miners just trying to get it out of harm's way. And finally, they pass it up ahead to Presley Gordon, and the rookie sends it ahead down the far wing. Chase Caron sends it into the corner. Miners trying to set up some control here. Shots are 51-23 in favor of the Mariners. Good defensive play by Will Norman, and he defers and got it ahead to Picard for a moment. Now he helps on the back check as the Miners doing their best to reclaim that puck. Austin Roberts, cross ice pass. Sends it to center, and it's knifed in. That should be an onside play. Noah Danforth back for it, being chased by Cale Mistel. Along the far side boards, chipped ahead, was looking for Foe. Couldn't get it to him, and now the Miners 3 deep over the line. Cross ice pass looking for Lario, and he was winding up. But that puck never made it to his wheelhouse, and it's sent down ice. Cole McGuire steps on now for Tyson Lotard. Miners, pass was too soft over to the blue line, and Miners might have got away with a little bit of one there on Picard. Jordan Picard took a bit of an elbow there at the blue line. Puck carried in towards the net, and that shot just went wide as Austin Daniels was looking for the pass, the slap pass as it were. Puck bounced off of the boards and on the near side for Pazitka. Sends it cross ice to Lario. Jordan Lario chased it. They sent it to the blue line, not out. So Daniels will recover in behind his goalkeeper. Sent it up the near side in front of his bench. Partial change underway, so now they'll get the full change. On comes Caleb Franklin and Noah Danforth along with Tyson Lotard. Puck sent deep. Lotard jumps up, intercepts, sweeps it forward. Mike Love out to touch it in behind the net. Now the Miners 3 deep in behind their goal line as they try and get the outlet here that they want. They spread it out across the line. That was a wishful pass. It was a little bit aerial off the boards as well, and it would have been really hard for Monty Gottfriedson to collect that one in mid-flight. Just about the halfway point here of the third period. Ethan Jones into the face-off circle, snaps it forward, and that one's sent deep by the Miners. Is it enough for icing? No. So Lotard back to touch. Just made it past all of the oncoming forecheckers for the Miners. Rouser sends it high. Love just fights it off like it was a spear thrown at him into the corner. Along the line, one-time pass in front, rebound looking for the puck, and Ethan Jones gets there, puts the backhand just wide of the net. Long pass, and they find the man one more time here, stopping up, looking for some help. That was Chase Caron, but he just couldn't get away the shot that he wanted, and it's softly dumped in by Gavin Rouser. Kirky will hit the ice here for the Mariners as he activates on the left wing, tries to pinch. And that allows his defenders to get back into position, and he just swats it down towards Love, who will paddle it over to the near side for Gavin Matty. Long feed, and it's going to go paddle to paddle from goaltender to goaltender, and forced to hang on to that one, Wyatt Fournier. He'll get the stop and the defensive zone face-off here for the Mariners with 9 minutes to go here in this third period. We get our media timeout. And just a quick little rehash here if you're just joining us in the third period. The Mariners having a solid offensive evening here, and they've really distributed the puck and the goals as well, but three characters have really stepped up. Carson Earhart, he was the first one to reach 2, and Gavin Rouser with a couple as well. And not to be outdone, Brock Palmer salts away his third of the evening with a puck that I'm sure goaltender Mike Love would dearly want back. And the clearance attempt by the goaltender was intercepted for the hat-trick goal from Brock Palmer, who's starting off the season just the way he left off last season, and that was in very flamboyant, dominant fashion. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Aiden Bangs has fit in quite nicely here on that line with Palmer and Rouser. So Bangs with some offense here tonight as well. Mariners enjoying a sizable lead here in the third period. It was 3-0 after 1. And before the period was 6 minutes old in the second period, it was suddenly 6-0 for the Mariners, and it's, oh, there's a hard shot from the face-off circle. Another one towards the goal, having trouble with it. Wyatt Fournier closes the legs, and the wickets get closed up, sealing that puck between them, and it's another stop on the 25th shot on goal for the boys in green and blue, the Logan Lake Miners. Happy to have them in the league after some exhibition matches there last season. And they really showed a lot of heart getting involved in this BCIHL league. And they're looking pretty fast here in this opening game against the Mariners. But you can tell that they just need a couple of more, maybe another season or two of simmering and sauteing a little bit in the hockey sauce. Kirky stick handles his way forward. Noah Wilson watches it drift in behind goaltender Mike Love, who replaced Brady Kelly partway through the second period after the 7th goal was scored by the Mariners. And Mike Love has let in 5 respectively. Tyson Lotard backing up in his own zone, but he makes the pass on the right wing. Love indicates to his defense where the puck's going to be, and he sends Marian Pazika away. On the far side board, sends it over to Lario. Lario throws the body as they try and create a bit of a forecheck here. Lario decides to hang deep. Puck comes to him in behind the goal, but he's in a real stick battle there with Ethan Jones. Long lead feed, bounced over a couple of heads, but the Logan Lake Miners are deemed there first, and it looked like they had the foot race one. And indeed, that was Max Hinkson, who's shown some good jets here this evening. Face off over to the right of Wyatt Fournier. Puck is chipped off of the boards and comes to the near side. Brock Palmer sent it ahead. Kirky wanted to slap it ahead, but he didn't get the wood on it that he wanted, so he just about ready to slap his stick against the bench in disgust. The puck is chipped in deep by Presley Gordon. Puck is tipped at the line. Good keep in for the moment by Tanvir Bansi. And the play coming to a halt here is, looks like the Mariners are just tapping in another one here, making it a 13-1 game. Jordan Love unable to get down in time as that one's swept in off the inside of the goal post, and puck is sent over towards the bench. And we'll get the official announcement here in a moment, but I believe it might be one of the first goals here for one of the Mariners. We'll get a chance to collect the official name here. Inside deep, Mariners shoots, and that one's tipped up over the net. And Love, watch that one go over his helmet. From the point, shot on goal, takes a deflection in front. Mariners buzzing around. They pick up the rebound and send it to the point. Struss defers, has it back to him, holds, shoots, and a kick save by Love. And that one, another dinger here for the Mariners as they make it 14-1. And I believe that was Brock Palmer scoring that one as him and the troops come over, and in classy fashion, they don't need to celebrate here. They've done the damage here tonight that they need to do. Playback underway. Intercepted along the far side, and a big hit thrown by Tanvir Bansi after that pass was sent off by Picard, who backs up. He looks none the worse for wear. Some stick handling and a goal and a big save. What a nice move in and out by Gavin Matty, and boy, that was a dangerous shot. The way that he looked like he was off balance, but he actually used it to put the weight into his right leg and snap that shot. And Gavin Matty showing just how dangerous he can be when he looks nonchalant like that. The right shooting centerman gets it over on the wing, but that one was stolen by Foe, and Foe dumps it in cross ice. Tanvir Bansi picking it up. Leaves for his fellow defenseman, trying to send it deep, but it's intercepted by Daniels. Daniels trying to shoot it hard and deep. Another pass through the middle, trying to duck underneath the check of Daniels. Just not enough room. Stopping up, tries to push it to the point. Puck hooked to the corner. Will Norman's going to give up that chase, and he'll get to the bench. On comes Ethan Jones. Watching as Austin Roberts skates down the near side and sends that shot in on goal. Wyatt Fournier put the paddle down and stops that one with 4:23 remaining here in this third period. And for their part, as I mentioned, the Logan Lake Miners, they're, you know, an expansion team into the league. And there were some hard battles last season. But I remember telling them before they got on the bus one night after leaving here at the Nanaimo Ice Center, I told a couple of players, I said, you know, we really respect you coming out and playing hard and giving the effort that you do up against this tough competition. And they certainly seem to enjoy the acknowledgement of their hard work and dedication, and certainly want to extend that now to the Logan Lake Miners organization. Here's a steal by Ethan Jones in a goal, tried to move it to the backhand, and that one was off the outside of the post, and Love did a good job not biting too early on that save. Comes to the point, Lotard loads, shoots, that one went wide of the goal, and he actually got an assist earlier in the first period on a long range shot like that. Gavin Rouser tipping that goal home. I believe that was for the 6-0 lead, and the Mariners will get a full change here. Noah Wilson getting waved out of the face-off circle. In comes Carson Earhart, who's had a big night. To the point, shot! Oh, and a big save by Love as he just got a piece of that with his right pad. Whistling shot from Max Struss there, right off of that face-off win. Miners off of the boards at the blue line. Look out, some footsteps from behind there as good skating here by the Mariners to get back in time and send that one all the way down ice. But they will be charged here on the icing call, but that's okay. They'll just keep the same personnel out there and take a defensive zone face-off here with Wyatt Fournier only giving up the one goal, and that was in the second period. Logan Fontaine being fed a perfect breakaway pass, partially assisted by his goaltender, Mike Love, calling for the defenseman to send that puck down ice. And he had a beautiful look in one-on-one on Wyatt Fournier. Logan Fontaine, the only one to solve them tonight for the Miners. Up along the far side boards, Franklin just chips it in deep. Noah Wilson, pardon me. Wilson patrolling the front of the goal, keeps a close eye on Cale Mistel. Now the Miners will try and wind it out of their own zone. Off of the side boards, took a bounce off of one of the Mariners, no icing. Earhart, pardon me, that Sebastian Archambault took a bump, but he makes the play, gets it towards the blue line. Not out, and there's a heavy staple along the boards. Max Hinkson getting drilled there. And that was Jordan Foe with that body contact. Pardon me, that was Carson Earhart, of course. Earhart, big game tonight, and he's been solid for the money. Not just some goals, but some great setups as well. There goes Aiden Bangs, tries to one-hand it forward and does. Puck is now sent the length of the ice onside. First there to collect it is Tanver Bansi. Bansi dumps at the length of the ice, but look who's there. Lario got in there very quickly. Now he gets a little bit of help from the backside. Miners looking dangerous in front, scores a one-time pass. And a great setup by Marian Pazitka as they snap that one home. And collecting that goal, Ian Saramento scoring and making it a 14-2 game for the Logan Lake Miners. Good work in behind the goal by Lario, helping free that puck and just getting there in time. And I told you, he's a fast skater, deceptively fast. Sometimes it looks like he's not even really trying that hard, but he's actually skating quite well. He uses his edges very well down the far side. The Miners, Pazitka, who set up that most recent goal, he gets dumped to the ice. So Jordan Lario, a big part of that goal, and he made a nice play to make that one happen as he collects the puck. Look at him go. He's just got that very quick speed as he starts to hustle with that puck. I know he didn't make it all the way outside of the zone, but he certainly not for a lack of speed. Mariners, saucer pass into the middle. Aiden Bangs sent it across. Now he's gonna post up down low, down below the goal line. Puck comes towards him, but he's gonna have to reach for it. Solid hit along the boards by Brock Palmer. And Palmer's had a whale of a game here as well. And there's a penalty coming up against Brock Palmer as the Mariners turn it over, or pick up that puck now, and Brock Palmer will most likely finish this game in the penalty box, but if he doesn't, then the Miners will have made it 14-3 as we've got just a shade under 28 seconds remaining in this one. All but aesthetic, the finish now. But not before we heard from the Logan Lake Minor offense one final time. They're actually giving a double minor here to Brock Palmer, but as I mentioned, it won't really matter. Just 26 seconds to go as the Mariners win that face-off, and they'll wrist it down. Here's a steal at the line. Will Norman with a breakaway. You know, Mike Love makes the move. Backhand scores. He goes top shelf as Will Norman goes forehand, backhand, and he puts it right up underneath the crossbar on Mike Love. It's a shorthanded goal, and Brock Palmer loves it from the penalty box, and he's all smiles. Most people over in the sin bin aren't. But he gets to see his team put another marker up on this one. And Will Norman, he had that big, speedy trip to the net there on the far side of the ice in the first period. But he comes storming back, and this time the shot is a perfect one right up underneath the bar. And the VIU Mariners, home winners in their season opener here. 15-2 is the final. As I mentioned, Gavin Rouser with an excellent game. He had a couple of goals. And of course, Ethan Jones with some beautiful setup plays. Tyson Lotard's been a real revelation here on the backside for the Mariners. He's got great speed and really good defensive sense. And Aiden Bangs with a couple of goals as well. So many names to choose from. So many players had a great game for the Mariners. And that beautiful goal by Logan Fontaine, that earned him the third star of the night for the Logan Lake Miners. And Gavin Rouser had a big night as well, but it was Carson Earhart scoring a couple and setting up one at least, if not a couple. And your first star of the game, that's Brock Palmer. I don't know why I was ready to say Max. Maybe Max Struss another night, but for tonight, Brock Palmer, 3 goals, one of them on a steal from the goaltender, and he also set up a couple of nice goals too. Mariners 15-2 winners here over the visiting Logan Lake Miners, and a nice late goal set up by Marian Pazitka and Jordan Lario for Ian Saramento. But this game wraps up with the Mariners winning their home opener 15-2. I'm Lorenzo Jensen. Thank you for joining us here this evening. It's been lots of fun as always, and lots of great sportsmanship on the ice. That's the way we love to see it, and that's the way we love to leave it. You leave it all on the ice, man, and that's exactly what those men did. Tyson Lotard out there with the Logan Lake Miners. A star from the Logan Lake Miners, as I mentioned. Logan Fontaine, your third star. Carson Earhart, second star, and first star, Brock Palmer. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you at our next game. I'm Lorenzo Jensen signing out for this evening. This has been Mariners Hockey, and thank you to Simon Creighton as well.